The LA Rams were so close. Yeah, they were close. One defensive stop from a trip to the Super Bowl, and they just couldn't get it done. The 2025 NFL season ended with a heartbreaking loss in the NFC Championship game. A game that put their biggest weakness on blast. For the entire world to see a secondary that simply wasn't championship caliber material. So Les Snead and the front office went shopping this offseason. And they didn't just browse the catalog, they just made some of the biggest, most aggressive moves of the entire 2026 offseason. But there's a billion-dollar question. Did they actually fix their problem? Today we're breaking down every major signing to give a final verdict on whether the Rams can finally overcome the powerhouse teams in the NFC. Let's not forget how painful the end of last season was. Matthew Stafford was playing at an MVP level, leading one of the league's most explosive offenses that had Puka, Nacua making incredible plays. But it was all for nothing. In the NFC Championship, the Rams secondary got torched. They had no answer for the opposing passing attack, and it cost them a freaking ring. Analysts everywhere agreed that it was a massive liability that held an otherwise great team back. The Rams front office clearly saw that same damn thing, because they didn't just patch the hole. They rebuilt an entire freaking wall. The Rams didn't waste any time making a statement. They kicked off the offseason with a blockbuster trade, sending a haul of draft picks, including the 29th overall pick, to the Kansas City Chiefs for two-time All-Pro cornerback Trent McDuffie. Then they immediately ripped his old contract and made him the highest paid cornerback in NFL history with a massive 4-year deal worth $124 million. What a great extension. This move is an absolute game changer. McDuffie is an elite, versatile corner who can go toe-to-toe with the best receivers in the league. Yes, the price was steep, both in draft picks and in cash, but you don't get elite players on a discount, no. The Rams pinpointed their single biggest weakness and went out and got the best possible solution. This wasn't just a damn good move, it was a necessary one. For addressing the team's most critical need with a top-tier talent, this move gets an A+. But they weren't done rating Kansas City secondary. No. Just a few days later, the Rams went out and signed McDuffie's former teammate, cornerback Jaylen Watson, for a 3-year, $51 million deal. Watson is another big, physical corner who thrived in the Chiefs system. And this move, ladies and gentlemen, shows a clear change in philosophy for the Rams. The Rams are done trying to get by with average cornerback play. No, they're now invested heavily in two proven Super Bowl winning players to completely transform their secondary. Bringing in Watson alongside McDuffie ensures that the Rams will have two high-level starters on the outside, creating a duel that will make quarterbacks think twice before passing to receivers. It's an aggressive, expensive strategy, but it's a direct response to their 2025 failures. This move gets a grade of an A. If you're enjoying the breakdown, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The Rams made huge waves and we'll be covering their journey all season long. Let me know in the comments what grades you would give McDuffie and Watson signings. Alright, section number 4, the other pieces. While the secondary stole the headlines, the Rams made other smart moves and decisions. They re-signed center Coleman Shelton, ensuring stability on the interior of the offensive line. That became even more important after losing versatile offensive lineman Joe Noteboom, who left to join the Baltimore Ravens during their free agency period. Additionally, they targeted another area of weakness, special teams. After a season of struggles, the Rams signed linebacker Grant Stewart, who was a special teams captain for the Lions. This is a smaller signing, but it shows the kind of attention to detail that championship teams have. It's about fixing Not just the big problems, but the small ones as well. So, back to the million-dollar question. Did the Rams actually get better? Answer is undeniably, emphatically, yes. They got better. They didn't just improve. They performed radical surgery on the biggest weaknesses that they had. They transformed the secondary from a liability into a legitimate strength. And this isn't just about having better players, ladies and gentlemen, on paper. No. It's about adding 2 lockdown corners, fundamentally changing what their defenses can do. It allows the safeties to be more aggressive and give the pass rush, led by guys like Kobie Turner and Byron Young, more time to get to the quarterback. Now they face a brutal NFC schedule with a secondary that's actually built to compete with elite passing attacks. They finally have the personnel to match up with the diverse weapons that rivals possess. Well, While there are still some questions about the offensive line after Noteboom's departure, the monumental upgrade on defense more than makes up for it. The Los Angeles Rams, didn't just get a little better this offseason. They became one of the most complete and dangerous teams in the entire NFL. They paid a high price, but they have just bought themselves a ticket to the Super Bowl. As long as Seattle and the San Francisco 49ers didn't improve on their improvements or on their needs. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me how the Rams did for you. Did they improve? Did they get much better? How is their defense? Do you see them going to the Super Bowl? Do you see them beating the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks? Let me know in the comment area. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.